Hello everyone, welcome back to the Bay classes. So now we have completed chapter 1 and chapter 2, and today we'll be moving into the next chapter, chapter 3, the ABCD of Java. So why this chapter is called ABCD of Java? The main reason behind this is when you first started your school in nursery, you started learning ABCD. Why? Because without learning ABCD, how can you write words? And without learning words, how can you write sentences? And without learning sentences, how can you write paragraphs? And without paragraphs, how will you write essays, stories, poems, right? Similarly, here in chapter 3, we'll be learning the basics of Java, without which it is not possible to write programs. So chapter 3 is the most important chapter of both 9 and 10. If you don't study chapter 3, you will not be understanding any chapters of class 10, and similarly all the chapters of class 9. So if you understand chapter 3, you can understand chapter 4, 5, 6, 7, and then move into class 10, that is chapter 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, any number of chapters, let it be. You will only understand if you understand this chapter. So this chapter is going to be the most important chapter in your class 9-10 computer Java paper. Okay, so let us start. First is, what is a Java token? So what is a token first of all? So token are smallest individual unit of a program. What are Java token? Java tokens are the smallest individual unit of a program. Okay, so let us first understand what is the English meaning behind this word token. So can you see this picture? These are game machines. Okay, actually the word token came from here. So to use these game machines, I think you might have gone to this game parlors, okay, like Amoeba, and there are many small game parlors in your city. And in big cities there are big game parlors where you have to put a coin inside this machine so that you can play. And these coins are nothing but these coins are token. So why these are called token? Because these are small things. Okay, when you put this coin inside this big machine, okay, in this big machine, what will happen? You can play the game for example 1 hour or half an hour or 15 minutes. It is already coded. Okay. So these small things are called tokens, actually from where this word generated. Actually, okay. So actually the meaning of token are small things. Actually the meaning of token is small things. So in Java, the smallest thing in a Java program. So for example, this is a big program. This is a big program. This big program can be divided into small things. This big program can be divided into small things. So each small thing is called a token. Each small thing is called a token. For example, I have written a sentence. I am very happy. I am very happy. Okay. So can I divide this sentence? Yes, I can divide this sentence into 4 parts. That is, into 4 words. The sentence is made up of 4 words. Okay. Similarly, each word can be divided into letters. This word has 1 letter. This word has 2 letters. This word has 4 letters. This word has 5 letters. So here we can say the smallest thing is the alphabet. So we can say here alphabet is nothing but here the alphabet is a token. Because a sentence was made up of words, but the words were made up of alphabets. So can the alphabets be again divided? No. The alphabet is the smallest thing through which the sentence was created. So this smallest thing is called a token. So here in this sentence we can say what is a token? Here the alphabet is the token. So similarly in a Java program, the Java program is built up of small things. And this small thing is called a token. Another example. So you build a house. So how will you build a house? Through bricks. Through bricks. Okay, you will use bricks to build the house. So here the brick is nothing but it is a token. There is no smaller thing than the brick. The brick is the smallest thing. Arranging the bricks, we can build a house, right? So here brick is the token. So understood what is a token? So the types of tokens in Java are reserved keywords, identifiers, literals or constants. Literals is also known as constants. Operators, separators are also known as punctuators, and comments. So these are all the 6 types of tokens we have, and we'll be studying about these tokens bit by bit, okay, in details. Okay, all the 6 types we'll be studying in details. Comments, the last token, we'll be studying in next chapter, but rest 5 tokens we'll be studying in chapter number 3. So first let us start from keywords or reserved keywords. So what is a keyword? So keywords are essential part of a language definition. They combine with operators and separators as per syntax to form the definition of Java, implement specific features to the Java language. Okay, before understanding this, let us come to another example. So this is a human being. This is a human being. I drew a human being here. Okay. So here, this human being is made up of small parts. So what are the small parts here? Leg, hand, head, and inside head you can say eyes, nose, mouth, hair, body. Okay, these are all what? These are all small tokens or the body parts. Okay, these are all small, even the fingers are also. So these small parts are called tokens, including shoe is also a token, pant is also a token, shirt is also a token. Everything is one token, even the already existing parts and whatever we wear. Okay, those are also tokens. Okay, but these tokens can be divided into different types. That is, in Java, the tokens are of 6 types. Keywords, identifiers, separators. Okay, like this there are 6 types. Similarly, now we'll try to understand what are keywords by taking the example of a human being. So keywords are what? Keywords are the essential part of a language definition. Okay, means without that you cannot write a Java program, or the Java program is meaningless. So what are the keywords? Here I have built many tokens, but can you tell me what are the keywords? The keywords are the essential part of a human body, and the essential part are eyes. Without eyes we cannot see. Mouth, we cannot eat, we cannot speak. Nose, we cannot smell, we cannot breathe, right? Ears. Hand, we cannot write, we cannot eat. Leg, we cannot run, we cannot walk, we cannot kick, right? So all these are the essential part. The day you took birth in this world, whatever parts of the body was present, all these parts are the keywords, because without that a human body is incomplete. Without that the human body are incomplete. So what about this glasses, this shirt, this pant, this shoes? Shoe, pant, your shirt, your sunglasses or glasses. Okay, these are all man-made things. Basically you can say that the God-made things in your body, the God-made things are the keywords, and the man-made things are the other tokens. Okay, other tokens mean it can be a separator. Okay, it can be identifier. That we'll see later. But what are keywords? The keywords are the most important part of a human being, without which a human being is incomplete. Those are hand, legs, eyes, nose, ears, okay, hair, including hair. Okay, everything is one keyword. And this keyword combines with operators, separators, identifiers, everything, other types of tokens. As per syntax, okay, this is important, as per syntax, to form the definition of Java. So now the human being is there with all the keywords, but we are incomplete without wearing our dresses, or if you are not able to see properly, you have to wear glasses, or if you want to go for a walk, you have to wear shoes. Okay, so similarly, all these tokens are nothing but other types of tokens, but those are also essential, because without that a human being cannot be perfect. The human being exists, but it needs to be perfect. So to look perfect, you wear good clothes, you wear shoes, you do makeups also, right? So all these are other tokens, but it should be according to the syntax. Combining means the shoe combined with the keyword leg. Leg is a keyword, right? And shoes combined with the leg. So that is called combined with operators. For example, the shoe is an operator. Okay, assume that a shoe is an operator. Then you can say that the keyword combined with the operator, okay, that is the keyword leg combined with the operator shoe. Okay, but it should be according to the syntax. Why? There are rules and regulation how to use different types of tokens and where to use different types of tokens. For example, shoes. Where to wear the shoes? In your legs. What one will do? He will wear his shoe in his hand. So this is wrong, because this is called a wrong syntax. Because everyone was taught to wear the shoes in your leg, but you are wearing on your hands or on your head. So similarly, all these tokens should be combined with the keywords according to rules and regulation. And these rules and regulation we'll be studying in this chapter. In future parts of this video, we will be learning all the syntaxes, how to combine keywords with different types of tokens. Okay, understood what is a keyword? The keyword are the most important parts, and they also combine with operators, separators and other types of tokens, but it should be according to the rules and regulation. We cannot wear our pants on our head. Okay, similarly, shirts are made for different purposes. Everyone has some purpose where it should be used, where to wear. Okay, so in Java I will show you there are few keywords. There are few keywords I want to show you. Those are int, try, public, class, catch, new, static, final. So these are examples of few of the keywords which we will be using in the program. Okay, these are the keywords which we will be using in the program, and each keyword like try, int, class, public, everyone has their own meaning. Everyone has their own features. Therefore, they implement specific features to the Java language. For example, leg. Leg is a keyword. It has its specific features. That is, leg is used to walk or run or kick someone. Okay. Similarly, hand is a keyword. It has its own features. That is, it helps us to eat, to write, to slap. And next token is identifier. This is also an important token, identifier. So what is an identifier? Identifier are used in program for naming classes, methods, variables, objects, labels, packages and interfaces. So you know what is a class? We studied in chapter 1. Okay, so all class will have some name. Okay, like there is a class fruit where all the fruits are present. There is a class vehicle where all the vehicles are present. So all class should have some name, and these names are called identifier. Identifier nothing but names, and these names are given to whom? To classes, to methods, to variables, to objects, to labels, to packages, to interfaces. But in our syllabus we will be only naming, or you will be only giving names or identifier names to classes, methods, variables and objects. Label, packages and interfaces are not in our syllabus. Okay, now there are rules to give some name to a class or to a method or to a variable or to an object. There is some rules and regulation. For example, when your father, mother or grandfather, grandmother gave you name, when you took birth, they gave you some name. So there must be some reason behind it. For example, your father loved Hrithik Roshan, therefore he gave you the name Hrithik. Or your grandmother thought that if I give your name as Lakshmi, then it will bring good wealth to your family. So there are some rules and regulation, or there are some beliefs, or they may go to temple to ask the Pandit that what name should I give. So there are some rules and regulation in our religion. Okay, so there are some rules and regulation which we follow. So here in Java also there are some rules and regulation to give some name to the identifier. The identifier name should follow some rules and regulation. Means when you are giving a name to a class, you should follow some rules. When you are giving some name to the methods, you have to follow some rules. So what are those rules? So these are the rules. So there are total 5 rules. That is, can have only alphabets, digits, underscore and dollar sign. They must not begin with a digit. Uppercase and lowercase are distinct. They can be of any length and they should not be a keyboard. Okay, so let us understand. So first is, they can only have alphabets, digits, underscore and dollar sign. So when you will name a class, when you will give a name to a class, okay, then we can only use alphabets. Alphabets means English alphabets. Okay, in our board exam, we will be only using English alphabets. That is A, B, C till Z. Also small letters, small a, small b, small c till small z. Alphabet means it covers both capital alphabets and small alphabets. What else can we use? We can use digits, that is 0, 1, 2 till 9. From 0 to 9, total 10 digits. The next, we can use underscore. So there is an underscore symbol. Please don't get confused with hyphen. Okay, the hyphen is a small one and it comes in the middle. For example, A hyphen B. This is called hyphen. A underscore B will look like this. Okay, it comes below and it is longer than hyphen. Okay, that is the underscore. We cannot use hyphen, but you can use underscore. What else can we use? We can use dollar sign. We can use dollar sign. So we can use alphabets, we can use digits, we can use underscore and we can use dollar sign. Except this, we cannot use anything. For example, one will use hash. No, this is wrong. Or one will use, for example, @. No, this is wrong. Okay, understood? We can use only those mentioned characters. These are called characters. ABCD, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, underscore, dollar, all these things are called characters in Java. Okay, and we can use only this mentioned, not anything else. And they must not begin with a digit. Though we can use digits. I said that we can use digits, but we cannot give a name starting with a digit. A name should not start with a digit. So it can start with alphabets, it can start with the dollar sign, and it can start with underscore, but it cannot start with digits. Okay, uppercase and lowercase are distinct. So we can write both capital letters and small letters in our name. So someone wrote DC and another person wrote DC. Both are same. First one is also DC, second one is also DC, but according to Java, both are different. Why both are different? Because this is in capital letters and this is in small letters. So capital letters and small letters are different. Okay, in Java, capital letters and small letters are different. So someone writes ABC and another one writes ABC. They are not same. They are different from each other because these are all in small letter, these are all in capital letter. Someone writes and another person writes and. So both are different? Yes, both are different. Though the first letters are same, both are capital, but here N and D are small and here N and D are capital. So again, both are different. So even if you change just one character from small to capital, then also it will get changed. It is not compulsory that all letters should be small and others should be capital. No. Even if you change one small to capital, it will become different from each other. Next is, they can be of any length. So a name can be of any length. It can be of infinite. Okay. It can have one character. It can have two characters. It can have unlimited characters. So using alphabets, digits, underscore and dollar sign, you can create an infinite length name. Okay. So if you start writing today, for 100 days also, the name will go on. You can also do a Guinness record. And they should not be a keyword. So in the last example, you can see I mentioned few keywords: try, int, public, float, class, final, static, new, catch. Okay, you cannot use these keywords as identifier name. For example, someone writes an identifier name as int. So this is wrong because it is a keyword. Therefore, we cannot use it as a identifier name. But in board exam, it came that you have to take an identifier name int. What will do? I will tell you a trick. Write like this. What I did? I changed the small I to capital I. Remember, it's a note. Remember, all keywords are small letters. All keywords in Java are small letters. All keywords in Java are small letters. So if you want to use the same name which has resemblance with the keyword, like you want to write catch. So catch is a keyword. So what will do? I will do what? I will just convert a small letter to capital letter. For example, C, I will capitalize the A, then TCH. So this will become different because all the keywords are small letters. It cannot, no keywords are capital letters. Okay, in Java, no keyword is capital letter. So if you are confused, for example, you are writing an identifier name and you are not sure that if it is a keyword, capitalize any single alphabet and it will become a correct identifier name. Okay, understood? So now I will show you few identifiers and we will check that if this is right or wrong, and if wrong, why they are wrong. Okay. So first one is beautiful. So is this correct or wrong? Just find the answer in your mind. So beautiful, we have used alphabets only. Okay. Beautiful is everything is small letter, no issue. We can use alphabets according to identifier rule. But is beautiful a keyword? No. Beautiful is not a keyword. So don't worry. So this is correct. Next, subtraction. We have used capital letter S and everything else is small letter. So it comes according to the rules of identifier. So this one is also correct. Train speed. We have your alphabets. But can you see there is a space between train and speed? Space is also a Java character. Space is also a Java character. And in the rules, it was written that we can use only alphabets, digits, underscore and dollar sign. Space was not written. Therefore, this is wrong. We cannot use space in identifier names. Next, 10 fingers. We can use digits. Yes, it is fine. We can use alphabets. Yes, it is fine. So this is correct? No, this is not correct. Why? Because there was another rule. We can use digits, but it cannot start with the digits. So this identifier name is starting with digits. That is 1. Therefore, this is wrong. Okay. Next, $ABC. Can you use dollar sign? Yes, we can use dollar sign. Can you use alphabets? Yes, we can use alphabets. Can you start with a dollar sign? Yes, we can start with a dollar sign. We can start with anything, but except digits. Without starting with digit, we can start with anything. You can start with alphabets, you can start with dollar sign, you can start with underscore also. So this is correct. Next, public. So public is actually a keyword. Okay. So we cannot use public as an identifier name. So now you cannot remember all the keywords, but when you will be using in programming, so you can easily remember all the keywords, what are keywords, what are not keywords. Okay. Even you can follow your book where more than 50 keywords are given in your books. Okay. There are like almost 50 keywords that will be printed in your books, and you can just go through that what are the keywords available in Java. Next is false. So actually false is a reserved word and we cannot use reserved word as a identifier name. But here what I have done, I have capitalized the alphabet F. I told you that all reserved keywords are small letters. Here F is capital. So now we can use it. It is safe to use. If it would have been small f false, then we cannot use false as a identifier name. Next is true. True is a reserved word. So we cannot use reserved word as a identifier name. Semifinal, we cannot use hyphen. We can use underscore, but we cannot use hyphen. Here in semifinal, that is a hyphen. That is not an underscore. So we cannot use that. So this is wrong. Next is net pay. This is fine. We are using alphabets, capital alphabets, small alphabets and underscore. So it is completely fine. Next, underscore here. We can start with underscore. So this is fine. Next, Kamal 75. We are using digits. We are using alphabets. We are not starting with digits. So this time this is correct. Next is hero.panti. Dot cannot be used. In the rules, dot was not written. Okay. In special character, there was only dollar and underscore. Alphabet digits and dollar underscore are special symbols. Only these two special symbols, that is dollar and underscore, can be used. Dot cannot be used. So this is wrong. Next is void. Void is a keyword. But can you see, I have changed the spelling. The spelling of the actual keyword void is VOID. But here I have written VOID. So this is fine. Okay. I did a spelling mistake to correct it. Okay. So now we understood what are keywords, what are identifiers. Okay. Next class, we will study about literals, also known as constants, also known as values. Another token in Java. Till then, please go through this video again and again. Understand what is keyword and identifiers, because this will be used in your programming. So meet you soon. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.